I don't think so. Oh, I bet. Alright. Good, thanks. Oh, man. What can I say? Oh, good music. Good music. That's what I'll say. It's not related to anyone playing the game, but I'll just say that anyway. Because I can. Sorry, I'm just gazing at electrical tape that has me captivated on the wall. Alright. Which, coincidentally, is only because the W in Wario could easily be recreated with a couple strips of electrical tape. That's the only reason that I think of that option design game. Oof. It's the best comment I've ever made. Oof. Yellow pants Ness is the best thing, dude. You never see yellow colored pants. I've been to the thrift store probably like over 20 times. I've never seen yellow colored pants. That's so 70s. I love it. That's great. Which is coincidentally pretty good because Ness's hat is very old school. Note how it's unstructured in the top. Has a short visor. Very old style. I wonder if Twisty ever drinks Dunkin' Donuts Coladas, because right now there is a cotton candy colada, which is obviously pink and blue, which is just something fun to note, I guess. You know, I've never had it. I always get the pineapple flavor personally, but you know, it's just a cool little factoid. You know, I'm sure you could find that info out on Wikipedia, the #1 source of information on the planet. So you could probably find this info on this particular mashup on Wikipedia too. Fun fact: the W in Wario stands for Wikipedia. So that's a cool thing. I need more coffee. Okay.
2, 1, go!
Oof. The Battle of the Kicks. Both a serial and a really good song by Paul Revere and the Raiders. Fun fact. Lots of good times. Someone should make an album full of folk-sounding tunes, but it's all just like Project M or Smash stuff, like character matchups, player matchups, back air songs, all the songs that are fit to sing. You know, it could be a very, very neat album, I think. I would do it, but I have zero musical talent. Like everybody on the planet, I just sit in the car when no one can hear me. And then if someone can hear me, I murder them with more singing. it's a good strategy. I've gotten out of numerous traffic tickets using it. Anyway, back to the game that's afoot. See, it's afoot because Wario kicks a lot, and so does Ness. That's why it's afoot. It's actually 4 feet, but you know what? Doesn't... You know, that's just semantics. We're not really counting things right now. Ooh, 49, 249. Oh, dang it, I was going to start counting. I was going to go 1 to 49 so that we could understand what kind of numbers we're talking about here. But unfortunately, I got interrupted when the game happened. And that's where it all started. The year was 1829, and everyone was 49%. And then Mr. Rockefeller came along and he said, I'm 39%. And everyone gave him this shocked kind of gasp. And anyways, that's how he got rich. So if you ever want to start a business, just keep that in mind. Or it can apply to anything, really. You can apply that to Smash. Oof. Oof. That's when you get up and stub your toe, essentially. But what can I say? What can I talk about? I could talk about the color yellow, you know. It's on the side of the platforms, which is always cool. And not only is it on the side of the platforms, it's both Kumatora's player color and the color of Ness's shorts. And overall, yellow is just a good color. It makes people happy by default. So I'm not really sure if there's some deeper kind of psychoanalysis we can do about this, that Kumatora is playing the yellow happy color, and Twisty's playing the blue color. As we know, blue is kind of somber, kind of sad. So I'm not really sure what if there's a greater meaning to this than just this set. If there's kind of an implication about the history of the world and the state of mind of man, kind of shoved into this one set, really. And maybe someday historians will look back and say, well, before Twisty became president and bought himself a golden... What did he buy? What did he buy that's gold? Oh, before he became president and repoed Danimals' Lambo, he played the color blue. He played player 2 in Twisty vs. Kumatora, which is why we should have known that he was going to repo the Lambo, in other words. It was all laid out, and nobody saw it coming, but maybe they should have known. Maybe they should have understood. Because this is the message right here. Someday, once we fundraise Lambo, Twisty will become president. Have it repoed by the FBI. That'll be fun. Then we'll have to do it all over again. Just like POSIS housing roofing repair, or foundation repair, that's what it was. Foundation repair. It'll be like foundation repair all over again. Except, instead of foundation repair, it's going to be Lamborghini repair, because we're going to have to get Dan another Lambo after he gets it replayed. So, oh man, that's not good. You know, it might have a positive, because maybe the second time around, instead of a Lambo, Danimals will get like a Ferrari or something, you know? Like, that's cool, you know? Everyone likes Ferraris. So, actually, that's why I don't know. But generally, they're kind of neat, so it could all work out in the end. You know, there could be a happy ending to the story, but honestly, we won't know till it happens. I like to think that when Twisty's president, his speeches will be him standing in front of the microphone chewing gum, because that'd be cool. I don't know what flavor gum he's got, but you know what's a good gum is those layer ones. I forget what they're called. I literally don't look at the label, I just buy them. I see the color. Yep, that seems like a good gum. But anyways, my point is, those would be some pretty good speeches. And also, it would be very stealthy, because no one will be sure what he means when he gives the speech about how he's going to repo the Lambo if his speech is just chewing gum into the microphone, right? Which is why I think it's really kind of the ultimate political strategy in a way. And I think that Twisty is very ahead of his time on all this planning and this kind of foreshadowing he's setting up. So, I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. Maybe we'll be on Mars by then. Maybe that will be the only reason. Oh man, there's so much foreshadowing going on here. I feel like I'm in a high school literacy class. Man, oh, it's so great. Because you can tell, because what's going to happen is Twisty's going to run for president, and Kumatora is going to be his biggest challenger, but then Kumatora is going to go to Mars, right, with the settlement on Mars. And so she's going to drop out of the presidential race because she's at Mars, and she's going to change her tag to Kumatora, and then Twisty will become elected president because there'll be no one to challenge him. Oh my god. Dude, it's all laid out right there in front of us, and everyone doesn't want to believe it, but historians are going to side with me at the end of the day. Historians 2,000 years from now will be like, wow, that weird guy rambling on the mic was 100% correct about all the outcomes of the future of the world. But the only reason I'm correct is because I'm doing all this deep analysis as a business, by the way. They always say when you're commentating, you should be analyzing. So that's what I'm doing with this kind of extreme stuff. And people say it sounds crazy, it sounds conspiratorial, but it's not. Trust me, it's not. I wish it was. It's not. That's going to be Twisty's campaign slogan, by the way. It's going to be it'll just be one word. Oh man, I can't wait for that election. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I am hyped for the future now. I cannot wait. It's going to be a new golden age. Maybe Project M will become the official sport of everything. Or maybe that's the key to the survival of the game. Maybe we have to expedite it to, or not expedite, export it to Mars. Because I bet you Nintendo wouldn't assault anybody on Mars unless they get there first. I'd like to see that. Tesla is just like, we're launching for Mars, and Reggie Fils-Aimé just comes out, or Fils-Aimé, or whatever his last name is, he comes out and he's like, I have an announcement. This TV looks like an apple, and now we also have a rocket ship that looks like an apple, and we're going to Mars. Oh man, that's that's the material I dream about right there. I would pay $3 to see that. That's like a quarter of a movie ticket. So I am laying it all on the line here, to be honest with you. But I don't know. It could be interesting, you know. I think my favorite alternate timeline is the one where Sakurai becomes the Emperor of Macau and just takes over everything. Everyone loves Macau. Oh, speaking of geography and other countries, what weapon does everyone in the Middle East wield, especially in the Arabian Peninsula? I can't see the chat, so I don't know if anyone's going to answer that or if there's just a million boos. But the answer is, everyone in the Middle East to fight wields a Katarna. See, because Qatar, or as they pronounce it on NPR, Cutter. I don't buy that. I don't buy that logic. Every time they pronounce it like that, I shriek at the top of my lungs. And my coworkers come running. They say, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" I said, they pronounce Qatar weird. And you know, maybe that's how it's supposed to be pronounced, but I deserve to be able to pronounce Qatar incorrectly if I want to, because I pronounced Harmonic correctly, and that gets me the ticket to pronouncing anything else however else I want. Oof. Aw, man. Man, I thought that was going to go